After so many years without an entirely new adventure starring the iconic gorilla, Nintendo is making a big comeback with Donkey Kong Bananza, an ambitious 3D platformer promising to revolutionize both the series and the genre itself. With new environmental destruction mechanics, incredible transformations, and an open world filled with secrets, we've had a chance to thoroughly try this unique proposal and bring you our final impressions. Is Donkey Kong ready to captivate us once again and break all the molds? We'll tell you right here. Donkey Kong Bananza makes a bold and unexpected leap by translating the essence of the gorilla's classic 2D platformers into a three-dimensional space. However, brace yourselves, because the initial feeling can be somewhat shocking. The controls feel noticeably heavier compared to the graceful movements we've grown accustomed to from Super Mario, yet this isn't an oversight. It's a deliberate decision by the developers to authentically transfer the original sensation of Donkey Kong's classic games, known for their weighty and robust control, into 3D. Though it might feel strange at first, the character's movement eventually becomes surprisingly natural. Donkey Kong moves fluidly through the environments, climbing with agility, scaling walls, and above all, smashing absolutely everything in his way. And that's precisely the key differentiator. Here, you don't just jump and run, you destroy the ground, break through walls, and obliterate obstacles like never before in a Nintendo 3D platformer. This destructive capability provides unprecedented freedom, creating an entirely new gameplay style unlike anything we've played before. But beware, this revolutionary proposal has its downside. With environments being so destructible, it can be quite challenging to become familiar with them. Just as you start recognizing a structure, a mountain, or a specific corner, you end up destroying it. Adding to this is a somewhat peculiar visual style, featuring a more muted and warm color palette compared to traditional Mario games, which might make it even harder to connect emotionally with the surroundings. Donkey Kong Bananza follows a formula inevitably reminiscent of Super Mario Odyssey. The game places you in a sizable open world where exploration is essential for achieving clearly marked primary objectives linked to the story. At the same time, you'll discover secrets, collect items, and mostly recover giant bananas hidden or unlocked by completing specific tasks. This design makes the adventure incredibly engaging because even when you have a clear objective in mind, both the environment and the characters constantly invite you to get distracted and explore beyond the intended path. This formula has been successfully tested before in games like The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, but we believe Donkey Kong Bananza elevates it to a new level thanks to its destructible environments. The destructive capability completely breaks the typical linearity of traditional 3D platformers, offering an even more open and unpredictable experience. From what we've been able to play, obtaining giant bananas varies greatly in difficulty. Many of them are relatively visible feasible and accessible, although there are exceptions where the task becomes significantly more complicated and will require a more detailed exploration or specific actions to unlock them. But the major innovation here is Donkey Kong's special powers, known as Bananzas. These are transformations that allow the gorilla to become various giant animals, each with unique abilities. During our session, we experienced 2 of these transformations, one that turns Donkey Kong into an even stronger giant gorilla, capable of smashing everything faster and accessing new areas, and another transforming him into a giant ostrich, enabling brief gliding and egg launching from the air. While these transformations aren't always essential, they're crucial in specific missions and situations where reaching seemingly inaccessible areas would otherwise be impossible. This further enhances a sense of freedom and shatters the typical linearity of the genre.
Exploration is the cornerstone of Donkey Kong Bananza. Much like Super Mario Odyssey, this game is clearly oriented towards single-player gameplay. However, Nintendo has introduced a cooperative alternative. A second player can control Pauline, who rides atop Donkey Kong and can launch various materials onto the stage using a pointer, significantly easing the destruction of the environment. Although Donkey Kong Bananza generally offers a solid challenge in single-player mode, Pauline's inclusion completely changes the game's dynamic.
mechanics. With her ability to throw objects into the scene and attack enemies from a distance, the cooperative experience becomes far easier. Even boss battles, which initially present considerable challenges, are greatly simplified. This clearly defines two distinct gameplay experiences. Single-player mode, offering higher difficulty and encouraging exploration and mastery of controls, and cooperative mode, more accessible, casual, and ideal for younger or less experienced players. Still, make no mistake, mastering Donkey Kong's movements is no easy task. The control system is considerably more complex than that of Super Mario Odyssey, requiring more buttons and specific combinations for advanced movements. For example, significantly higher or longer jumps can be executed through specific combinations of skills, something not immediately obvious and which requires practice and skill. Thus, we believe players seeking a greater challenge and a more complex experience will find Donkey Kong Bananza's single-player mode very fulfilling. Our final impressions of Donkey Kong Bananza are very positive. The game presents an original and ambitious proposal, combining the best elements of classic Donkey Kong titles with innovative and bold ideas from Nintendo's most recent hits. Though there is still much more for us to explore in this journey to the center of the world, what we have seen so far leaves us satisfied. Stay tuned for our full review of Donkey Kong Bananza, where we will dive deeper into all its aspects and let you know whether it ultimately lives up to expectations.